Don Castro, engineer. This is Report on Conditions.
This week, we'll take you to 5 incidents throughout Riverside County, and we'll introduce you to our new segment, Ask a Firefighter.
Stand by for reporting conditions.
Hi, and thanks for joining CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. I'm Cooey Fernandez. Last week, from July 11th through July 17th, our firefighters responded to 3,716 calls for service. Included in those calls were 2,856 medical emergencies and 131 fire-related calls. Of the fire calls, 35 were vegetation fires and 16 were structure fires. In the morning hours of Wednesday, July 13th, firefighters received reports of a fire near a water tank at the crossings of Camino del Sol and Cajalco Road in Meade Valley. 1 acre was confirmed burning and being driven by a slight easterly wind, with a potential of up to 100 acres. Over time, the flames became established in a riparian area and was successfully stopped at about 3 acres. At around 1:30 p.m. on Thursday, July 14th, firefighters responded to multiple 911 calls of a vegetation fire within the community of Thermal. The first arriving company officer reported a wind-driven mulch fire in a 20-acre field. Firefighters overcame various challenges while fighting this fire, including 100-plus degree weather, 2-foot deep mulch, and gusting winds. Over time, a containment line was cut around the flames, keeping it to a half an acre. The property owner also assisted with efforts by using their own tractor and water tender. Once the emergency was mitigated, the incident was turned over to the property owner, who monitored it overnight. No civilian or firefighter injuries were reported. On the afternoon of Thursday, July 14th, firefighters received reports of a field on fire near the 21,300 block of Sharp Road. The first arriving battalion chief confirmed 1 acre was burning at a slow rate of spread, with a potential of up to 5 acres. Air support was initially requested, but thanks to quick work of firefighters, the forward rate of spread was mitigated and eventually stopped at a little over a half an acre. Firefighters remained on scene for extensive mop-up. During the midday hours of Sunday, July 17th, firefighters were dispatched to a residential structure fire within the area of Avenue 66 and Lemon Blossom Lane. The first arriving engine company reported a travel trailer fully involved in flames. The fire had also spread to neighboring vegetation, which was threatening a nearby residence. With access to limited water supplies, high temperatures, and multiple exposures, 4 additional fire engines and 1 water tender were requested. Firefighters were able to swiftly contain the fire to a trailer of origin, as well as 12 palm trees and some surrounding vegetation. No damage was reported to the neighboring homes, and no injuries were reported to civilians or firefighters. At around 3:30 a.m. on July 17th, firefighters were called to a 2-story residential structure fire on the 33,600 block of Breckenridge Trail in the city of Wildomar. The first arriving chief officer reported heavy fire emitting from the first-floor windows, as well as flames on the second floor. After their arrival, firefighters were able to keep the flames from spreading any further throughout the home. Unfortunately, the fire displaced a family of 4, who declined aid from the American Red Cross. No civilians or firefighter injuries were reported during the incident.
I love working for CAL FIRE. My name is Lisa Louisa. I'm a firefighter 1 with CAL FIRE. I kind of decided when I was going to school for business that I did not want to do that anymore, and so I started looking into firefighting, and I realized that's exactly what I want to do. Every day is different. You might be eating dinner, and then all of a sudden you're on your way to a medical aid or a traffic accident. You get to go out, help people, save people's lives. It's not like sitting at a desk. I get to have an adventure. Every day is different. You get to go do things that other people only dream about doing. I've met some of my best friends working here, and you get really close to people. They're my family now. It's unlike any other friendships that I've built in my life. It's adventure all the time. I get to work with my friends, fight vehicle fires, vegetation fires, structure fires. You get to go to traffic accidents. medical aids, you can work on a helicopter. I just love all the opportunities that you have. I love working for CAL FIRE. I wouldn't want to work for any other department.
As wildfires become increasingly common through the state of California, it's more important than ever to be prepared. Let's learn more from CAL FIRE.
Catastrophic wildfires continue to increase in California in record-breaking numbers. More acres are burning and for longer times. Wildfire will strike. When it does, be ready now and prepare ahead. Get set by ensuring you know what to take and make a plan in case you need to evacuate. Go early for your safety and so firefighters can do their jobs. Remember, wildfire is coming. Plan, prepare, stay aware. Learn more from CAL FIRE at readyforwildfire.org.
This week's strong work goes to our amazing Fleet Maintenance Bureau. Since its formation in the early 1950s, the Bureau has adapted to cover 15 battalions, as well as various other duties. Let's take a deeper look at the amazing workers who keep our firefighters running.
It's our duty to keep them rolling down the street safe and efficiently.
CAL FIRE Riverside County firefighters work hard every day to keep our communities safe. But who keeps firefighters safe on the job? Who keeps their equipment and tools in top working condition? That task and responsibility falls on the shoulders of the members of Fleet Maintenance.
We do all the field maintenance, in-shop maintenance for all the department, for the light duties, the heavy duties. We're mainly working in the field with our technicians, taking care of our customers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
These vehicles take a lot of punishment. Over 500 vehicles from facilities east to west, including 300 light vehicles, dozers, and fire apparatus.
We go out to fire, we have no idea. We got to be prepared for whatever we can find. And there's a lot going on.
90% of repairs are done in the field on the west side to accommodate firefighter schedules. These mechanics are experienced, adaptable, and ready to handle any task.
We need to make sure when the engine is going down the road and blasting the growler and shining the lights, that engine is safe. It's safe for everybody, not for the firefighters mainly, but also for the community. If something fails on it and an accident happens, it's all on us.
These first responders are equipped with fully loaded service trucks, and they are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Sometimes there are fires in the middle of the night, and we got the phone call, hey, we got a flat tire, engine's not starting, pump is not pumping. And then we have to be active, react quick.
The workload is equally heavy at the eastern facility with a full yard and bays packed with fire engines of every size.
These guys just run all year round. There's no fire season anymore. It's all through the year.
Which means no downtime. Vehicles are steadily flowing in and out. Lopez says the payoff is contributing to the team.
Oh, it's great. The guys out there, they have good attitudes. They're out there doing their job. So we do our best to keep them out there doing their job. And it's just a good feeling knowing that we help them out.
No nonsense, just hard work is what Fleet Maintenance is all about. Their purpose is to assist wherever the job takes them.
They've got to be on the ball and 100% when they show up to someone's door to be able to do what they got to do. Either pumping, backboard, whatever they're having, that truck's got to work. And it's got to be accessible for them. And that's our job to keep that stuff going so they can do their jobs.
I have a really hard time when it's really hot out. How do you handle the heat at a fire?
To stay cool in a fire, well, fires do get hot, so in order for us to be able to work the way we should, we practice and train with the gear that we would wear on incidents, and we also eat healthy and drink lots of water. Keeps us hydrated and keeps us ready to do our job.
Station 79 in Coachella has plans for a major renovation. Division Chief Brian White, Council Member Denise Delgado, and Fire Captain Johnny Garcia explain how the upcoming changes to the station were made possible and the great benefits to expect.
The council awarded a contract which is going to initiate a significant remodel and facility rehabilitation of Fire Station 79 in the city of Coachella.
Years ago, the city of Coachella created a account. And what that is a development impact fee. So as we see development going on in the city of Coachella, there's kind of like a tax that goes directly for the fire station renovation.
So what prompted the renovation is the facility was built in 1978. Conditions have changed. It went from a one-person engine company to now we have a four-person engine company. The individual bedrooms that are planned, while it sounds like it's kind of a nicety, to have an individual bedroom, it's really critical for our firefighters who work a 72-hour work week. They're running anywhere between 10 and sometimes 15, as many 20 calls a day. So this gives them the opportunity to just kind of disengage from the environment for a little bit, spend a little bit of time in their own rack, and really try to recuperate some of that rest that they've lost over their 72-hour shift.
Because of the living quarters of this fire station, having all the firefighters living in one room was no longer healthy. And so that's how we were able to connect the ARPA funds to renovate and to put the additional funds necessary to complete the renovation.
Something that I'm looking forward to is have modernized items here at this fire station.
So as call volume increases, we have the opportunity to add more equipment here. It adds some modern technology pieces, so as the technology continues to change, the facility can adapt to that. And again, all of that then focuses back out onto the community. We have well-rested, well-energized firefighters that can go out and take care of the community. We have our paramedics that are responsible for calculating different drug levels and narcotics and, based on weights. And there's a lot of thinking that's involved in the modern day fire service. And just having a well-rested firefighter will serve the community better.
During the remodel, we are now going to have a controlled environment with lockers where we're able to, after calls, change into our second set of gear, get the other ones washed, and or after our shift, place them in that locker in that controlled environment so the carcinogens are just not floating in this apparatus bay and they're more isolated to our new PPE room. And overall, it's going to be better for the longevity of our firefighters.
This project has been years in the making, and I really want to thank the council and city staff for their leadership in pushing this across the finish line.
Battalion Chief De La Cruz was a huge advocate of the needs of this fire station, and so we want to thank him. We want to thank the fire crew here, and as well as all the community members that were fully in support and addressed the need, the renovation here for our first responders.
On Tuesday, July 12th, Fire Engine 83 visited the French Valley Library during their children's story time. Throughout their visit, firefighters answered their questions, let the children sit in the engine, and demonstrated how they put on their turnouts. The team over at the French Valley branch would like to express their gratitude and are thankful for the time our firefighters gave to the children.
To stay up to date on current incidents as they happen in Riverside County, be sure to follow @CalFireRRU on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Did you happen to capture any pictures or videos of our firefighters in action? If so, send them our way at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Cuy Fernandez. Thanks for watching.